Hi guys, and welcome back to this channel. My name is Lawrence and I'll be the one in charge of this week's analysis on currency pairs. In this video, we'll be analyzing Australian dollar to the US dollar currency pair, AUDCAD, GBPUSD, GBPCAD, EURUSD, EURCAD, NZDUSD, NZDCAD, USDCAD and XAUUSD. If you haven't watched the video where we described how we analyze this currency pairs with the ultimate 7 strategy, then I think you should click the link in the description where we tagged our price action strategy and watch that video so you wouldn't be lost in this video. So the first thing to do while analyzing is to go to forexfactory.com to check coming news for next week to see the currency pairs that you need to avoid trading for the week. A timeline has been created for this video categorizing the analysis of each pair. If, for example, you do not want to watch a particular currency pair, you can skip to another currency pair using the timeline that we have created. To do this, you can just check the description where we tagged each time according to each currency pair. So for this week, starting from Monday, August 2nd, we will need to avoid trading US dollars by 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. London time. You need to avoid trading Australian dollar by 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. London time. You need to avoid trading the New Zealand dollar by 11:45 p.m. or 10:45 p.m. London time. You need to avoid trading US dollars on Wednesday, August 4th by 1:15 p.m. or 12:15 p.m. London time. US dollars by 2 p.m. London time or 3 p.m. We are referencing it to London time. So you also need to avoid trading GBP by 12 p.m. Thursday, August or 11 a.m. London time. And lastly, you need to avoid Australian dollars by 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. London time, and also GBP on Friday, August 6th. And finally, you need to avoid Canadian dollars and US dollars by 1:30 on Friday or 12:30 p.m. on Friday, August 6th, London time. So for the US dollars, they are going to be releasing NFP news. So we're going to be dropping a signal to trade the news, this NFP news for this Friday. So, and it's going to be really massive. It is really going to be massive. The movement for the US dollar is really going to be massive. That's how most NFP news are. I think we should get right into this video after we have seen the pairs that we should avoid trading for this week. The first pair we're going to be looking at is the AUD-USD pair. AUD-USD pair. And as you can see from this chart, okay, let's start from top down analysis. We marked here as our support, marked here as we marked here as a resistance, marked here as another resistance, and marked here as a support. So what we are expecting for this coming week is that the price would miraculously get to this level. We already set an alert for this level, that when it crosses this level, we'll get an alert by email. So we're just going to wait for it to cross this level. But we sent a signal for a sell on AUD-USD. We just took the risk and we made some pips from it as last week. But we aren't sure if it's going to get to this level, but we're just going to wait for it to get to this level before we decide on placing a trade on this pair. So we're just going to leave this pair for the rest of the week till it gets to this level, because I guess this level is a potential support level. So we're going to be using chart analysis and candlestick analysis to place our entries for this pair. The next pair we're going to be analyzing is the AUD Canadian dollar pair, and as you can see, this is also moving down a very strong downtrend, a really strong downtrend on the 4-hour time frame. Let's move to the weekly time frame to see how the pair is performing in overall. So as you can see, it has broken a potential support and is heading towards another support. So what we're going to do is that we are going to just set a support level here and set another support level here. So just in case it breaks this first one, we're going to try trading on the second one. So we're just going to be watching how this performs. So as you can see, it has a really bullish candle touching this support right here. So what we are going to do is that this looks like a reversal candlestick, but we shouldn't trust it. We have to wait for more confirmations. So we are not going to place anything here yet. We're just going to watch how it's going to perform, and we're going to set an alert for this level just in case it breaks this support level, and just in case it breaks this support level. So we're just going to set a candlestick. So when it gets to this level, it's going to alert us, and we're going to watch how that is going to perform, and we're going to send out a signal to our signal group. It's not always advisable to place a reversal trade when you are seeing a really bullish candle. It is not really advisable. It's always advisable to wait to see how things are going to play out before you try placing any trade. So the next pair we're going to be analyzing is the EURUSD. The EURUSD. The EURUSD. And as you can see from this chart, from on the daily time frame, we analyze that the market is going to touch this support level. So we just set our alert. As you can see, this yellow dotted line right here, this is our alert that we set for this level, so that in case the price touches this level, we'll just watch and see if it's going to bounce on the support. But unfortunately, the price respected this trend line and it's heading up, but that doesn't mean we have lost. We didn't lose this trade because we didn't even take it at all. So what we're going to do is that we're going to wait to see if it's still going to touch this support level, or to see if it's going to head towards this resistance level. We're not going to be trading EURUSD till it gets to a level. So I just want to show you guys something quick. So when looking at trend channels, this trend channel that we drew right here, we use it to take out some pips, we use it to catch some pips. So I just want to show you guys something right here. So when you are trading with trend channels and you see something like this moving up, down, up, down, up, down, you shouldn't keep trading up, down, up, down. It has an expiry date. It has a time that it will expire. Trading with price action is trading with trend lines and support and resistance. Support and resistance and trend lines do not always work. They will always get broken at the end of the day. So the most advisable thing to do here is that when you see or when you notice a trend pattern is about to get formed, the first thing you do is to wait. Always wait. Always have patience. As you can see right here, it bounced here, touched here, bounced here again. Once you notice something like this, okay, let's replay this starting from here. So before this started happening, okay, it touched this lower trend line, bounced and touched the upper trend line and went down. Once you notice that it has formed, or it wants to form something like this, this is the level you draw your second trend line. Okay, you draw your second trend line, let these two match, and you draw something parallel to what you drew before. Let's look at this. Okay, you draw something like this first, then you draw something parallel to what you drew before. Draw another parallel line to what you drew before, expecting that when the price bounces on that level, the next thing that it's going to do is that it's going to touch your next trend line. And once it touches your next trend line, that is your opportunity to sell. You should only do this once So once it has gotten to that trend line, it's going to sell. It's going to sell. You just have to have patience because it's going to really give you some fake out vibes. So it's going to sell. Once it gets to your other trend line, you place a buy for the second time, which is your second trade which you're weighing, and as you can see, it's going to move up. And once it gets to this next level, sell. After that, don't trade the market again once it sells. Don't wait for it to get to the next trend line and buy. If not, you are going to be putting yourself at risk. As far as I'm concerned, this is an expired setup, and you shouldn't be trying to look for ways to keep trading. It doesn't always work all the time. It doesn't always work all the time. It doesn't keep going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, one day it's going to break. So once you have caught the first one, the second one, the third one, just leave it alone. You know, just catch 3 out of that and leave it alone and wait for just wait for it to break. So that's how you should be trading. That's how you should be trading trend channels. I just wanted to let you guys know something about trend channels, why it's not advisable to keep trading the trend channels all the time. So what we're going to be doing for this is that we're going to be waiting for the price to cross this, for the price to get to this level, or okay, for the price to get to this level, or we're just going to be watching the charts to see how it's going to move for the week. These are levels that we set for in our last week's video. So this is a support, this is a resistance, and this is another resistance. Just in case this resistance level gets broken, we're going to be using this other resistance to take our trades. Same thing here, just in case this resistance level gets broken, we're going to be using this other resistance to place our trades. We've placed an alert here and an alert here, so we're just going to be waiting for our alerts to get triggered. We're not going to be watching this chart at all. We have already set our alerts down. So I guess that's for the Euro US dollars. Let's go to the Euro Canadian dollars. So for this, we already placed a trade on this last week. We placed a buy, and we are expecting to close this trade very soon. We just caught about 20 something pips so far, and I don't think, let's head to a lower time frame. I don't think this trade might go up. I believe it might break down. It might break down because this is an exhausted support level as far as I'm concerned. So we're just going to be waiting to see what's going to happen, how the market is going to move. But before we try to see, we're just going to, I think we're going to close the trade on this and wait for it to get to this level. We're just going to wait for it to get to this level. We didn't wait for it to get to this level when we sent a signal on EURCAD for our subscribers to buy this trade. So we're just going to wait for it to respect this level, to see if it will respect this level before placing another trade on this. And I also believe it's going to keep going up. For some reason, I believe it's still going to keep going up, and then when it comes down. So let's see how EURCAD will go. So the next pair that we're going to analyze is the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar. So as you can see right here, let's move to a lower time frame. As you can see right here, this trend channels was part of what we used to send out signal for the NZDUSD, and as you can see, this is number 1, number 2, and number 3. Once you see something like this, 1, 2, 3, you see 1, you see 2, and you see 3. You see 1, you see 1, you see 2, and you see 3. Once you see something like this, just draw out your trend channels, because there is a high possibility that the chart is going to respect these levels. Once you draw out your levels, the next thing to do is to wait for it to get to this level. You buy here, you sell here, you buy here again, and you leave it. Only 3 trades. Every other thing that you'll be trading with these trend channels is going to be really risky. That's why we just told our subscribers to leave this trade alone, that they should close this trade at 70 pips. This price got to 70 pips when we sent out the signal to our subscribers. I think we even sent this signal on the free signal group. So we told our subscribers to just get away straight at 70 pips. And so we're just going to be watching this chart to see what's going to happen. I believe that, let's move to a higher time frame. I believe that the price is still going to want to touch this level. So we're just going to be setting an alert before it gets to this level. This yellow line right here is a support line. So we're just going to set an alert for before it gets to this level to watch how the chart is going to react, to see if it's going to bounce on this level or if it's going to break this support and head for this trend line. And as you can see, from what I can see right here, this is not yet an expired trend line. It just touched it here. One, this is one, this is two, this is three. So we can still trade on this trend line. So as far as I'm concerned, this is not yet an expired trend line. So we're just going to be setting an alert for that. And just in case it heads to this level, we're going to be setting an alert for here. This is a support level. We're going to set an alert for here. And for the New Zealand dollar to the Canadian dollar, when we analyzed this last week, we just set a price here and a price here, but unfortunately the price didn't touch any of our alert levels. So I think we're still going to use these alert levels for this NZDCAD. So I don't think there's anything much. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set a support level here, because this is looking like a support level and this looks like a fake out for the level. So we're just going to set a support level. Let's just see how the price will move, if it's going to touch this alert level, and if this alert level gets triggered, we're going to watch how the chart is going to react, and we're going to know whether we're going to send out a signal to buy when it touches this blue level. So TradingView has basically helped our lives in trading. So we don't have to be watching the charts all the time, and we just set our alert levels and they are going to alert us when a price crosses a level. So the next pair that we're going to be analyzing is the US dollars to the Canadian dollars. Okay, let's zoom that in. This is a strong uptrend, as you can see. We placed a buy around here and it got to about 40 something pips, and I think the price is still going to keep moving up because this is a really strong support. So we just sent this signal to, I think we sent this signal to the free group, and we also sent to the VIP and forwarded to the free group. So I think this is still going to keep moving. It's still going to keep moving. As you can see, this is the chart pattern formed for this level. This is a reversal pattern, and this is another W formed on this level. And on the 15-minute time frame, we set an entry. We set an entry for this level. We saw that it already had double bottoms, and we set an entry at this level, and boom, the price skyrocketed up and hit about 47 pips, and we believe it's still going to keep going up. So stay tuned. We're going to be watching this chart next week to tell you how things are going to be. And for the next pair we're going to be watching is the GBPUSD, and this pair has really messed with us a lot. We lost to this pair last week because I think this is a very strong uptrend. So what we're going to be doing for this is that we're going to draw trend lines, because I don't think it's respecting any support or resistance level. We're just going to draw trend lines for this, and we're going to wait because this is moving in a really strong uptrend. It's really moving in a strong uptrend. So when it gets to this level, let me delete this. When it gets to this level, we are going to try to buy the GBPUSD. We're going to buy the GBPUSD when it gets to this level. So we're just going to set an alert for this level, and we're going to wait for it to cross that level. So if you want to watch how we made this setup, just check our last video where we analyzed our last week's analysis to check how we created this whole setup. I'm not going to show you how we created this whole setup all over again. So just go check our last video to see how we made this setup. So the next pair we're going to be analyzing is the GBP to the Canadian dollar pair. So for the GBP to the Canadian dollar pair, like I said in the last video of our weekly analysis, we're only going to be trading major support and resistance levels. As you can see, from 2017, it has been respecting some particular levels. Since 2017, it has been respecting some particular levels. Okay, it has been respecting these levels as a major from 2018-2019. It has been respecting this level as its support, and it has also been respecting this level as its resistance. So it will only be advisable to trade these pairs when they touch major support and major resistance levels. That's the only time it's going to be advisable to trade these type of pairs. So I think last week we set an alert just in case the price touches this yellow line, which is the support, but unfortunately it just kept going up, or it didn't touch this price. So we're just going to leave this here. We're going to leave this alert. This dotted line is an alert. We set an alert for this level, that when the price crosses this level, we're going to just watch how the price will react to this support level right here, and see if we're going to place a buy on this trade. And we're also going to be setting an alert because it's most likely going to happen that the price is going to want to get to this resistance level. So just in case the price gets to this resistance level, which is a really major resistance level, we're going to be placing a sell trade for the GBPCAD. And let's check a lower time frame. As you can see, it is a very strong downtrend, and this is following a trend line. So we can decide to look for entries. But I have a feeling it might break and go up. I have that feeling. But let's see how things go with the GBPCAD. So in case you're looking for entries for the GBPCAD, you just wait for it to get to any of these levels and place your sell, or you should be looking for sells in this market anyway. You just keep placing your sells in this market. Just keep placing your sells in this market, because since it's a strong downtrend, you should only be looking for sells in this market. But let's see how things will go this week. Until the market starts moving, before we'll know the type of trades we're going to place. So the last pair that we're going to be analyzing is gold, which is XAUUSD, gold to the United States dollars. We sent a signal to our chat group that people should set their buy and sell stops around this region right here, and boom, the price broke down. So the price is still most likely going to break down, and still most likely going to break down from this level and get to this level. So let's watch how gold is going to react. But gold, during last week, it got to this level, but we missed this level. We should have sent a sell signal for this level. But no worries. Gold might get to this level this week, and we're going to send a buy signal for gold this week. Currently, gold is on a really strong sell. So we're just going to wait for it to get to this level before we make any decisions. So let's check the 15-minute time frame to see what's going on in a smaller time frame. It's moving on a very strong downtrend. We don't want to just be placing trades. We don't want to be using Fibonacci and to use Fibonacci to see where it will retrace. We don't want to be doing all of that, because to me those methods of trading are really risky. We just want to be trading key levels, so that we will be sure of what we're doing, and we will know where to set our stop loss, and we will know that, okay, in case this price breaks and then hits our stop loss, that our setup was invalid for price movement. So I guess that is that for this week's analysis. We're just going to set an alert for this level for gold, and we're also going to watch how gold is going to be moving. So this is a support level, not a resistance level, so we're not going to be expecting the price to react to this level. What we're going to be waiting for is the price to react when it gets to this level. So we have set our alerts. So all we have to just do next week is to wait for TradingView to send us messages that, oh, it has gotten to this level or it has gotten to this level. So we're just going to be waiting for TradingView to be alerting us for next week. So if you do not, not to worry if you don't know how to read chart analysis, or you don't know how to do chart analysis or candlestick analysis, you don't really understand price action. Not to worry, we have got you covered. We will be sending out signals, but we're just going to be sending out many of these signals to our VIP channel. On our free group, we'll be dropping one of these signals per day if the signals. If there are going to be opportunities for the day, we're going to drop just one signal to the free group for that day. And okay, I guess that's all for this video. That's all the analysis we have for this week. We aren't going to be doing JPY pairs. We don't want to drop analysis on the rest because we don't want to make this video to be too long. So I guess that's all for this video. If you learned something new, you can just hit the like button. If you have questions, use the comment section to ask questions. If you need signals, just join our free signal group below. If you need more of these signals, you can join our VIP. It is paid, it is not free. The VIP is paid, the free group is free. Alright, it's Lawrence once again, and I'll catch you in our next video. Peace.